Ooh. Oh, there is, it has to be said, an autumnal, oh, bloody hell. I was going to say there's an autumnal nip in the air. That is a first. That is a first. The beat that you may have just heard was my car, Madam Fanny, telling me that there is a risk of ice. So, look at the temperature, 6 degrees. Hell's teeth, winter is upon us, darlings. Winter is upon us, and this weekend, the clocks go spring forward, fall back. The clocks go back, don't they? Which will just, well, heighten our misery, quite honestly. Don't forget that this weekend is also the community Sunday lunch. Everybody is welcome. Details are on Facebook. Right, okay. Now. I think that I may have inadvertently hit upon a workable, you can't see where we're going, can you? There you go, let's do that. I might have hit upon a workable format for this driving to work thing. Now, the driving to work thing, that was born of 2 things. My really loyal followers, who I refer to as my inner scrotum, they asked me for the daily diaries, and yeah, I tried to do daily diaries. I enjoyed doing them, but it's fitting them in when you're doing everything else, when you're working, trying to do 1 or 2 feature videos a week, and just doing all of the normal stuff that everybody has to do, housework, laundry, God knows what. So I started recording videos when I was driving to work, and I felt guilty about doing it. I've said this before, because I thought, well, nobody wants to watch this, me droning on about this, that and the bleeding other, while I'm driving on the same roads night after night after night. And a couple of people said, well, you can't expect to do any good on YouTube when you're just uploading this. So I stopped doing them. But ever since I stopped doing them, people have asked me to do them again. And now that I am doing them again for a particular reason, people are very happy about it and saying thank you, great to see them back. You can see yourself in the comments. However, previously, we're good to go. Previously, I just waffled about stuff that was going on. And the problem with that was that, no new viewers are going to be interested in that, so it's not going to work in building the channel. But also, those that do watch everything that I do also watch my live streams. And as the M11 pointed out, I'm not allowed to call her that, but she can't tell me off. Well, she can when this comes out, but she can't at the moment. The M11 said, yeah, we're getting the same information twice. You tell us on the live stream, and you tell us again on the video. And that's a perfectly fair point. But that kind of doesn't apply now, because the live streams have got fantastic. They're wonderful. They are the highlight of my day, the thing I am most proud of being a part of creating. And they are just a thriving community space that doesn't really need me anymore. I mean, in theory, I'm the host, but everybody just cracks on. In fact, if I wasn't the bloody host, I probably wouldn't be welcome. And you get carried along with that. So I'm not giving out the daily stuff, updates that some people are interested in the live streams anymore. I don't get bloody chance. I don't get chance. I'm too busy unpacking pants or panties, and I have to report 2 things. There are 2 pieces of panty news. God, never thought I'd say that on bloody YouTube. Panty news. The first bit of news is that another bloody pair of panties, or suspected panties, have turned up in today's post. So they will be unveiled in tonight's live stream. And the second thing is, my lovely hairdresser came today. The lovely Helen. Hair by Helen, highly recommended. Link in the description. And I might not actually be joking. I said I'd mention her. She's really good. Ex-Vidal Sassoon, and used to do all of the rich and famous, I mean, do their hair. I don't mean anything else. Anyway, let's not go there. But the point is, she came round and I was a bit flustered because I also had an online shop coming in the same slot, as it were, and I wasn't completely prepared. I had to rush up and wash my hair ready for the doings. And when she entered Windy Bum and glanced at the table, there was a look of, well, I don't know what it was, surprise, concern, bewilderment on her face. And of course, I hadn't tidied the panties away, had I? There's a pile of bloody panties. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, what was I talking about before that? Yeah, the fact that I'm no longer repeating the same news on live streams and on driving to work videos. And that means that when I'm doing a driving to work video, I can talk about me stuff without interruption. So that's kind of good, although, you know, it's a bit me, isn't it? And a bit self-obsessed and whatnot. So that might not be brilliant. So I think this might work really well. I had the idea, and I put it in the title of yesterday's, turn it into a discussion that has got some worth outside of me. So yesterday we discussed seasonal pitches. Today I had a different subject to discuss, related but different, but I don't think we're going to get onto that because I think we need a seasonal pitches part 2. So the idea is that during this drive to work, I inaugurate a discussion to which you guys respond in the comments, and that's exactly how yesterday's has worked, and it's worked really well, I think, and I don't think it's entirely selfish, because I get a lot of information, or I'm getting a lot of information that I need, a lot of advice, a lot of support, a lot of encouragement, all of which are really important to me. But if anybody is in my position now or in the future, or if anybody is considering van life or a seasonal pitch, not through necessity but just as a sheer hobby stroke leisure activity, well, they might not know anything about it either, just as I don't, and they will find the information really useful. So I think that might be a worthwhile way to go forward with this, to make discussion points or discussions which can then be carried on in the comments and then potentially carried on in future driving to work videos. I think it's a reasonably good use of the time, and as Emma and others have also pointed out, you don't have to watch these. Effectively, they can work as a podcast or audio only, so you can stick them on and listen while you're doing the ironing or making dinner or doing the washing up, whatever you want to do. Apparently the important thing is that I don't leave great big long pauses where absolutely nothing is happening, because then it doesn't work in an audio only format. So there we go, let's push forward with these and see if people roll with them. So do please respond in the comments if you would be. Let me just have a look at the road. So very kind. Just about had time to nip across there. Jolly good. Now I do these without editing them, so you're going to have to excuse the odd puff or sneeze or nose blowing or breathlessness if I forget to take a breath in between rattling on. So I was going to discuss today how important or not is having a bricks and mortar base when you consider or do van life. But that might be that might be a discussion for another day, because I really want to respond to some of the comments regarding the last video and the seasonal pitches and whatnot. Are we okay? Yeah, we're okay. So yeah, discussion for another day. I was just going to well, I won't even go there. We can, or shall I? No, I'm going to save it for another day. We will carry on talking about seasonal pitches. Now, after I broached the subject a bit more fully in yesterday's video, I've had a lot of really helpful, really useful comments. Thank you very much for them. I replied to them as much as I could, but then I've had to go to work. Oh, I've also been told that you appreciate a time and day kind of check. Apparently it just puts you in the moment a bit more, puts you with me a bit. So it is currently 5:07 on Thursday, and it is 6 degrees outside. So there you go. Picture that, if you will. No, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. The comments. So I will reply to them. I reply to every single comment that I receive. I'm grateful for them. What's going on here with this bloody Arctic? Not sure. Hopefully he's going to go left or right at the crossroads and not straight over, which would mean that we'd be stuck behind him. So I've got follow-ups to the seasonal pitch thing. Right. The first thing to say is that clearly I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, and that's absolutely fine. I literally said in yesterday's video that I am clueless Colin. I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. I will make assumptions, I will make mistakes, and I rely on you people with knowledge and or experience to put me right, and you've been doing exactly that. No, Ian, oh, it's not an Arctic, it's a rigid. I beg its pardon. At least it's sodding off out of the way. There we are. Bing. Do any of you lot have different WhatsApp or text tones for different people? I do. It's handy to know who you're getting a ping from. Helps you decide whether you can be asked to answer it at that particular time. Now, I have, God, I'm sharing too much here. I have a particular alert. No, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that. That's too much information. Oh, while I think about it, I'm going to do a Q&A video, and I've put a post up on my socials, as I believe they say. So a community post on YouTube, there's a post on the Facebook page and in the Facebook group, and I think there'll be one in Instagram. I say I think because I never look at Instagram, can't be doing with it, but I think it's all connected somehow. So I think my Facebook stuff gets put onto Instagram by some form of wizardry. Whether it's nomadic wizardry, I don't know. I'm no expert on these things. But yeah, so you can add a question to a post on any of those media, should you wish. Nothing is off limits, and I will answer every question that is asked. And quite a few already have been. Some of them are salacious, some of them are offensive, Some of them are downright litigious. And some of them are funny and some of them are insightful. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Right, back to the subject at hand. In yesterday's video, I might have inferred or outright said that electricity, water, etc. is included in the ground rent for a seasonal pitch. I have since been advised that it is not. These are almost invariably extra charges, which makes sense now I come to think about it, which makes total sense. But everybody, with one exception, everybody is saying, yeah, it's a much cheaper way of life, and it would kind of be perfect for you in your situation, go for it, blah blah blah. Well, it's not as easy as going for it, because I've got no idea about availability, and I've not found out about availability because there's the affordability aspect. I haven't got the money to do it. I haven't got a fraction of the money to do it. However, that said, the comments and the community and the people are amazing and invaluable. Now, somebody, I think it was you, Mark, wasn't it? Mr. Passad. Somebody investigated Lickpenny, which we are coming up to very soon, and would always have been my first port of call, my first choice, if you like. Because of its location, it's halfway to work, so my commute would be halved. That would also be money saved. And in winter, that would cut out all of the bad bit of the commute, the dodgy bit when it's snowy and icy. From Lickpenny, you are within 100 yards of the main road, where the bad weather is not really an issue, and you quickly lose altitude and it's never as bad. So that would tick a load of boxes. It's a lovely location. We're coming up to it in a minute, judge for yourself. And of course it's a caravan and motorhome club site, which are my favourite. They're a known quantity, and yeah, I would be happy, safe and secure there. I had no idea how much it would cost there. A few comments have said that it's like amongst the most expensive, but no figures have been put on it. Right, we interrupt this broadcast to point out Lickpenny on the left hand side. Look, there it is in all its glory. Well, Mark did some research, bless him, and found out that the cost for a seasonal pitch next year is £3,300 and something pounds. So for the sake of argument, let's call that 3,400, rounded up. Now, apparently, I would need to investigate this, but doubtless, according to other comments, there would be other expenses on top of that. Possible charges for electric, water, whatnot. I don't know. I would have to find that out. But the thing is, knowing what that price is, 3,400, that's close enough to the 3,000 quid that I was talking about in yesterday's video, that the same arguments still apply. It is financially totally viable, and to me, in my mind, totally justifiable. So that has got me a little bit excited. So I am going to find out if there are any vacancies at Lickpenny for next season, for 2026. And if there are, I am going to move heaven and earth to try and get one. Not sure what, but I haven't checked my credit rating lately. I mean, I know that it's abysmal, but I might be able to raise one of those horrendous loans, you know, the low credit rate loans where you borrow £10 and you pay back 5,000, annual APR of 6 trillion%. That's obviously a slight exaggeration, but you know what I mean. That would be a possibility. Yeah, you're going to get bent over and your pants taken down on interest, but that could be offset against money saved. I could look at flogging things. I've got virtually nothing of any value, in truth, but that's something else I could look at. What other options are there? I could go on the game. I'm not sure. Although, yeah, I think I'd have to pay them rather than them paying me, wouldn't I? God knows I'm neither use nor ornament in my condition and at my age. But yeah, I mean, the point is that if there were one available at Lickpenny, then I would genuinely do anything and everything that I could to raise the funds for it, because that would be, I think that would be ideal. It's pretty much the ideal location. It's the ideal site, being a Caravan and Motorhome Club site, and then you're just into all of the other reasons that we went through yesterday, all the pluses and positives for a seasonal. So, you know, the security, the safety, the facilities, the amenities, blah blah blah, etc, etc, etc. So I'm really grateful to everybody who commented and who gave me information that I didn't have, who corrected me on this, that and the other. And there have been comments from people, actually they've been, since I started talking about this van life thing, there have been so many comments from people saying that I'm in the same position as you, I fear I'm going to be in the same position as you, or this is something that I've dreamed of doing, and they are finding all of this information helpful. And so please keep it going. This could be a worthwhile thing. Now, through necessity, not through choice, I've been shoved into a position where I have to look at this. Not only do I have to look at it, I actually have to do it. However, the fact that I'm doing it through necessity and completely unplanned means that I'm doing it with no knowledge, no insight, no research, no nothing. So I'm on a learning curve, and I'm finding out as I go along with a lot of help from my friends, and that could be a really useful template for goodness knows how many other people, both now and in the future. So yeah, again, please keep those comments rolling in, please keep the advice rolling in. I'm deeply grateful for all of it, and that doesn't really leave us time to talk about anything else, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. That can very much be a discussion for another day. But I like this idea going forward. I think it's, yeah, as I said, I'm starting to repeat myself. It's a worthwhile way of using this 25-minute part of the journey to work, which is a little bit scenic as well. So if you happen to be watching the visuals as well as listening to the audio, then hopefully you enjoy that too. So there you go. this is the next stage of the seasonal discussion. The general consensus is that I'm going to have to blow my nose. One moment. Excuse me. Outrageous. The general consensus is yes, it would be a good idea. Yes, it represents good value for money, and yeah, it would be viable because you would save, or I would save, a lot of money when I was there. So that would be the plan. Find out what is available for next year and take it from there. The next step would be the affordability aspect, but if Lickpenny were to be available, I would be very, very, very excited and enthusiastic about that. Yeah, no doubt about that. I really need to spend a bit of time researching exactly what else is out there. So again, he said, being lazy. Let me throw it out to you. If you know of any seasonal pitches anywhere around the sort of Matlock, Tansley, Ripley, Matlock Bath, Cryche, Watstandwell, Belper. If you know of any seasonal pitches or seasonal pitch sites anywhere in those areas, please do let me know. Now, somebody, the one that was specifically mentioned previously was Longner Wood, it's called, which is in a lovely location. Sounds fantastic. That was the one that was 3,000 quid with excellent facilities. It's a little bit far out for the commute to work, but I've never let a good drive put me off. So there we go. We will, no doubt, this discussion is going to keep rolling because it's going to be something that I might well try to do. So as I discover what's available, there are going to be updates, but for now, that's about it for this one. We've hit the 25-minute mark. So thank you all so much. Thank you for your interaction. Thank you for your support. Special thank you to channel members and all those who gifted channel memberships. Oh, somebody sent me a £2 super thanks today. Thank you very much for that. Really, really appreciated. That was a comment on today's video. So, right, that's it for today, darlings. Can't wait to catch you tomorrow. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me, and on that note, toodle pip.
The YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Boaty.
Oh. You had me at YouTube videos. Let's go, Boaty.
Boaty's such a great guy. Such a great guy. Very tall. Such a great guy. I wish Boaty was here in America with me right now.
You twat. Wanker.